Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Kulbhushan Chandel from Himachal Pradesh University Shimla. Today we are going to talk on module Market Analysis and Selection from paper Marketing Management. So the students, let me see what we are going to learn from this very module. We will be explaining how the segmentation of business market is done. We will also be focusing on the market analysis and selection procedure. We will be explaining the meaning of target marketing. And last but not the least, we will be explaining the product positioning and its various strategies. And finally, we will be focusing on Wall's segmentation system. Let me just define in short what the market segmentation is. Market segmentation being the process of dividing the total market into distinctive subgroups of consumers with specified characteristics who might need separate products and marketing mixes. After the market segments are decided by the marketers, the next we have to just select a specific segment and then target marketing is done on it. After evaluation of different segments, the company has to decide which and how many segments it would target. A target market comprises of the set of buyers who share common needs which the company decides to serve. Segmentation of business markets, let me just focus on this. The business market can be segmented in numerous ways with many variables used in the consumer's market segmentation. The business buyers are generally segmented on the basis of geographical based market segmentation. Demographically, it can be segmented. It can be segmented on the basis of benefits sorts by the way of segmenting the market. The user status, usage rates, and loyalty status can also be taken as a basis for segmenting the market. Many marketers believe that the buying behavior and benefits provided the best basis for segmenting the business markets. Segmentation of business market. The segmentation of business market that depends upon the following approaches. The operating variables, they play an important role. The purchasing approaches, they are also another factor which play a significant role in the business market. And personal characteristics, they also remain one kind of a very important variables while segmenting the business market. And finally, the situational factors are also there. When we are discussing here the operating variables, they are pertaining to those factors which are technical in nature. Say the technology play an important role. The technology based segmentation of business market, that may be the one. The purchasing approaches may be there, that while you are segmenting the market, dividing the market on the basis of common needs and requirements, certain purchases they are taking place at the centralized level, and some purchasing approaches they are decentralized also. The purchasing power structure, that again another criterion or variable which on the basis of which the business market can be segmented. Purchase policies and other criterion, they are also the probable basis for segmenting a business market. Certain situational factors, they also play an important role while dividing the market on the basis of common needs and requirements. These situational factors, they include the urgency of the factors or urgency of that very particular product, and based upon the urgency of that very product, that one kind of market is there, that those customers who are requiring that very product most urgently. The specific applications, that also remain sometime, that we need such kind of product of this very particular application, of this very quality, of this very particular contents, that also remain the one kind of criterion. And the size of the order, that also remain the one kind of that very situation on the basis of which the business market can be segmented. The personal characteristics, the another criterion for the segmentation of business market. The buyers sellers similarity, where the buyers and sellers, they are similar to each other. That say, when we are having one kind of say factor that which itself impels the buyers to go to the sellers, or seller to just meet the buyers. Those similarities, they meet each, they itself try to just make them for each other itself, and they are approaching to each other. Sometimes the buyer is approaching the seller, and sometimes the seller is approaching the buyer. Similarly, attitude towards risk. Some buyers, they love to just go for the risk, and similarly some sellers, they also love to play with the risk itself, and it is vice versa also. And the loyalty also, these factors, they play an important role while segmenting the business market. Let me now discuss the process of market analysis and selection. The process of market analysis and selection comprises of following steps. It includes defining the market, creating the market segments, evaluating markets for segmentation, constructing segment profile, evaluating the effectiveness of each segment, then selecting target marketing, developing positioning strategy, last but not the least, developing and implementing marketing mix, which includes product mix, price mix, place mix, and promotion mix, and finally reviewing of the performance of each segment. Let me just explain in detail now. Defining the market. When the market is segmented, each segment should be decided in such a way that each segment has same type of customers whose needs and requirements are similar. In the second step, we create market segments. Different variables and segments of the market are to be studied, which are important for the segmentation of the market. Then in the third stage, evaluating segments for marketing. After the segmentation of market, the important step comes is to evaluate the segments by using a set of criterion so as to analyze whether it is usable and logical. The various segments to be checked are whether the products are as per the needs of the customers are approachable, and so on. Constructing segment profile. Segment profile are the detailed description about the numerous customers to be covered, their needs, preferences, behaviors, demographics, shopping styles, and so on. They are covered while we are devising the segment profile. Evaluating the effectiveness of each segment. The available market data and consumer research findings are then added to the description of the segments. Using the combined information The firm then analyzes each segment on the basis of the overall attractiveness of the segment. Selecting target market. Using the detailed information available for each segment, the company decides to use the appropriate one for each segment. The numerous factors to be considered while choosing the target markets are firm's strategy, attractiveness of segment, firm's ability to firmly compete, and so on. Developing positioning strategy. The business firm have to make strategies for launching its product in the target market. Developing and implementing marketing mix. After deciding the positioning strategy, the firm has to implement it. For implementation, marketing mix is developed which support the position of the product in the market. The marketing mix includes that what kind of product is to be just produced, at what price it is to be produced, and where it is to be distributed, and how the product features they are to be communicated to the customers. This consists of designing of suitable products, setting up suitable prices, deciding suitable channel of distribution, and effective promotional program. Review of the performance. After a period of time, the firm has to review its performance regularly. In this changing marketing environment, the marketer has to continuously monitor its marketing mix so that the necessary changes could be made in it. For example, when the customer is requiring a different changes in the product, those necessary changes are to be made. And similarly, when the cost factor is concerned, in the present marketing scenario, when the competition is huge, when the cost effectiveness is just been targeted first, that at the price at which the customer is requiring the product, it is always been tried to make that very product available at the price on which the customer is desiring that very product, and similarly at the place where he is desiring that very product, and in the way that how the product is to be communicated, that very way is also being innovated and also targeted. Product positioning. Product positioning is the act of positioning the product in the mind of the customer. Product positioning strategy is concerned with selecting the marketing mix which is most appropriate to each market segment. Product positioning strategy is a useful technique for creating a sound product image in the minds of the customers. When we are defining product positioning or knowing the meaning of product positioning, if we go to the definition which was given by Philip Kotler, the father of modern marketing, he defined product positioning as he stated that the product positioning is the act of designing the company's image and value offer so that the segment's customers understand and appreciate what the company stands for in relation to its competitors. Thus, product positioning is an attempt to regain or revise that product image that one has been prevailing in the market, so that company's customers in a segment may think that company's products are superior to the competitors' products. When we are talking of product positioning, it is important to know that what different steps they are available while positioning the product. The first step in the product positioning is identifying the possible competitive advantages. What possible competitive advantages will be there when the company or the business firm is positioning its product in the mind of the customers. After identifying the possible competitive advantages, the business firm choose the right competitive advantage for itself and for the customers. And the third step is signaling the competitive advantage. The factors which are to be considered while positioning the product are designing creative product features, sizable, profitable market segment, sensitive market segment, existence of competition, and adequate information about consumer behavior. These factors they are considered while positioning the product there in the market. Target marketing. A target market comprises of the set of buyers who share common needs which the company decides to serve. It includes the following steps. While segmenting the market, we focus on undifferentiated or mass marketing. The company ignores the segment of the market and focus on the market as a whole. Undifferentiated marketing means they are supplying the similar kind of product to whole of the market. They are not differentiating any market segment while supplying the product. We can take the example of Pepsi or Coca-Cola. They are supplying the similar kind of product to all the segment. Say it is the north region, west region, south region, or your east zone. They are supplying the similar kind of product to all set of their customers. Micro marketing or local or individual marketing. The practice of tailoring product and marketing programs to suit the taste of specific individual and locations is focused on this type of marketing segmentation. The micro marketing means when you are focusing on the taste of the specific individuals and the specific location segment. The people who are residing at the specific location, when the taste of those people is just focused, then that comes under micro marketing. Then it comes the differentiated and segment marketing. When the company decides to operate in separate market segments separately and designs separate marketing mix for all the segments, that comes under the differentiated market segmentation. We can take here the one kind of example that say when we are having the one kind of market, that is the east market, the south market, the north market, and the west market. The taste and preferences of the people of different locations, they are different. And when we are having the different taste, different liking, then that very difference in the liking, in the taste, that is cared by the manufacturers, and they supply the different kind of marketing mix, a different product at different price to the different people residing across the country or across the globe. They are supplying and deciding their marketing mix in accordance to their specialized or the particular needs. Then the niche or concentrated marketing. Niche marketing or concentrated marketing involve marketing in a very small yet profitable market segment. We can take example of one kind of a very renowned shawl which is being sold by the Boutique. Boutique is one kind of society that is Kullu based society. They do have one small segment, but they are selling one kind of quality product, a very reasonable price to the very high class customers also. But again, they are having the small pocket of their market. They are concentrating only on that very pocket and supplying that very product to that very particular set of customers. Yet they are the profitable market segment too, because in accordance to their financial position and reach, they have made their own segment and supplying the product to the customers accordingly. The importance of niche marketing, which remains, Philip Kotler has also printed out some characteristics of niche marketing. He said that customers of a niche market are prepared to pay a premium price. Customers constitute a distinct set of needs and they are interested to be treated royally, because now they are the one set of customers, and again they are to be treated separately, distinctly, and again that very quality product or specific kind of product that is to be provided to them. Niche marketers gains economies through specialization. They are specialized in the one kind of product, and they are known for that also. Their product is not only the product, that their product is a brand. Their product, when we are just getting one kind of shawl from Boutique is not only a society itself, but that itself became a brand of that very particular product. Means through that very specialization of supplying that very quality product, they are enjoying the economies, they are earning good, they are a profitable venture itself, because in accordance to their financial strength, they are working there in the market and focusing on the target market and earning the profits too. Niche market has profit and growth potentials. Niche is not likely to attract the competitors because they are playing or they are working in a set corner and they have nothing to do with what others or big players or competitors are doing. They are focusing on the quality and supplying the quality product to their customers, and customers are also loyal to that very product because of the quality of that very product, because of the confidence in that very particular product. Positioning strategy. Positioning is an act of designing the offerings and image of the company so as to occupy a distinctive place in the mind of a target market. A product can be positioned for an exclusive, well-to-do segment of the market. It can be positioned for men, for children, for women, and for health-conscious people. It can be claimed on luxury, claim on distinctiveness, and a claim on convenience, economy, novelty, or the uses. The marketer must decide where he should introduce the product, to whom and on what distinctive claim he should go and promote his product. Let me discuss now the various types of positioning strategies. It includes attribute positioning, benefit positioning, application positioning, user positioning. It also includes competitor-based positioning, pricing positioning, last but not the least, competitors, and finally, product category positioning. Successful positioning of a brand. For the successful positioning of a brand, the perpetual mapping is done. The various steps of perpetual mapping are studying the ideal product perceptions, which includes studying the both tangible and intangible attributes which the consumer considers while purchasing a product. These include features of products, its performance level, style, packing, after-sale services, warranty, and many more. Getting those attributes ranked by the consumers in order of the importance to them. For example, the small car segmentation for the Indian automobile industry To make a big roar globally, the small car segment in India is reviving up for bigger and better things. Gone are the days when Indian roads were populated with the ambassadors or the premier Padmanis. Now the roads are mainly filled with the small car segments. All the major car manufacturing companies are launching small cars. Tata launched the world's cheapest car Nano with 33 with 133 bhp petrol engine to grab the market. Perpetual mapping is important to assess the knowledge of customers regarding the substitute of the product, for example, competitor's brand, to assess the perceptions whether positive or negative with regard to the product by the customer of a particular product. He is making his perception in comparison to the competitor's product. That also comes under perpetual mapping. Based on the contribution of a competitor's brand on the ideal map, identify the vacant slots and build up the positioning strategy by filling them. Walls segmentation system. Walls means values and the lifestyle system. On the basis of the Maslow's need hierarchy, the concept of social characters and psychographics is generalized by the researchers at Siri Consultant USA. It is also known as the values and lifestyle system calls. In 1970 it was perpetuated. This system is based on psychographic measurements. It was revised by the Siri consultants in 1989 to focus on to explain the consumer purchasing behaviors. The Walls segmentation system, when it is been applied, the major tendencies that remain with on high resources, which fulfilled and the actualizers, achievers and experiencers, they are kept one side. Then the low resources, they are kept on the other sides. They are the believers, the strivers, the makers and the strugglers, and they are compared accordingly. Believers, these are the conservative, conventional and traditional people. They favor familiar products and established brands. The strivers, these are uncertain, insecure and resource constrained people. They favor stylish products and enumerate purchase of those with greater material wealth. Makers, these are practical, self-sufficient, traditional and family-oriented people. They favor products with a practical purpose such as tools, utility, vehicles, etc. Then there are strugglers. They are elderly or resigned, passive and concerned and resource constrained people. They are conscious consumers who are loyal to favorite brands. So the students, finally let's now summarize what we have learned from this module which we have taken so far. Industrial or business markets are generally segmented in numerous ways with the same and many variables used in consumer market segmentation. Business buyers are generally segmented on the basis of geographical, demographically, or benefits sought by the users, status, usage rates, and loyalty status. As in consumer segmentation, market segmentation, many marketers believe that the buying behavior and benefits provide the best basis for segmentation of the business markets. The full segmentation, targeting, and positioning process is the fundamental concept in understanding of marketing strategies of the firm, when we are discussing the marketing strategies of the firm, that focus mainly on the product strategies, price strategies, place strategies, and promotion strategies. Product positioning strategies is a useful technique for creating a sound product image in the minds of the customer, which make the customer loyal to those products also. Product positioning is regarded uh, as another most important component which remain in the minds of the customer. It is not regarding what is done with the product. It is just related to the minds of the customer, what they are perceiving with regard to the product. Hence, product positioning is the act of positioning the product in the mind of the customers. Product positioning strategy is concerned with selecting marketing mix, means selecting all 4 P's, focusing on all 4 P's: product mix, price mix, place mix, and the promotion mix, which is most appropriate also to each market segment. After evaluation of different segments, the business firm must decide which and how many segments it would target. A target market comprises of the set of buyers who share common needs which the company decides to serve. Before developing a target market program, a marketer must understand the needs, wants, attitude, interests, and all other attributes as far as the customer is concerned. The profile of each segment must cover all the segmentation variables like demographic variables, which includes all demographic profiles, say the age of the customers, say the marital status of the customers, say the background of the customer, the education qualification of the customers, or say your profession of the customers. It must be focusing on also the variables like psychographic variables, the perceptional, the attitude with regard to the particular product, occasion and uses. The profile being a generated view of the consumers help the marketer to discover and understand the potential user of the product so that the marketing mix could be designed, which further helps to design the marketing strategies. When we are just talking here, the marketing mix means when all 4 P's helps to decide the marketing strategy, definitely that is helpful for the marketers from the business point of view also. Thank you.